This is the MGTOW Infinium here with another Infinium training session. This Infinium training session is entitled, Women Can See You, the Beat Goes On. Now, my MGTOW brothers, just when I thought that I was done with the Women Can See You series, the desperation of women makes it apparent that this series will probably go on ad infinitum. This is because women in their desperation are coming up with new tactics, new ways of getting to men to try to read them and scan them. Thus, accordingly, the first tactic for today is the Kentucky Derby. This is where you're standing in a store, you're just there shopping, and you're alone in the aisle, and suddenly two or more women are rushing towards you to get into the area that you are. It's like they're in a race to get to you first, to hover around you, to scan you and read you. Case in point, I was in a local Walmart. I was in a smaller Walmart, so it was not that busy, but I was in the aisle looking for some cereals to help me with my diet, which the changes in my diet have caused me to shed about 50 pounds over the course of the last year and a half. But nevertheless, I was there alone in the aisle looking at some cereals. I heard a scuffling and a scurrying coming towards me, looked up to see two women breathlessly racing down the aisle to come into my area, to be around me, to scan me and read me. All of a sudden, they needed items from the area that I was in, so they had to run down the aisle to get to me. That is the Kentucky Derby. Very creepy, very disconcerting, but again, a new phenomena that is happening because of the desperation of women. The second tactic is the exit stage right. This is where you're in an establishment, you're in a venue somewhere, and you decide to leave because you finished your business, and suddenly a woman decides to leave with you. There she is. She pushes herself in front of you, goes to the door in front of you, pushes through the door, tries to talk to you, this and that and whatever. That is the exit stage right. Case in point, I was at a local Einstein's Bagel, just picking up a few bagels for myself, and got what I needed, and began to exit out of the establishment, and there she was. Pushed herself in front of me, decided to exit with me, got in front of me, all along, turning around and trying to talk to me and trying to get me to engage in a conversation. But being a red-pilled MGTOW man, I just looked at her with an air of indifference and walked away. That is the exit stage right. The final tactic is the flip of the script. Now, I was listening to Black Ram 313 and really intently listening how he was describing that once was something that women disliked is now something that women, again, in their desperation, now like. And that is a man's facial hair. And for years, I have been told to cut my beard, to cut my facial hair, because it is distasteful to women. How it scratches their cheeks, how it makes me look like I'm elderly, this and that, and whatever. That for some reason, men cannot have beards. So about 2 years ago, I had it with shaving. I am the type of guy that has to shave every day and had it with shaving. So I let my beard grow out. I had a goatee before, and even with the goatee, I had noticed that the frequency of women beginning to read me and scam me was becoming intense. But I noticed that, contrary to my thinking, that when I grew my beard out, instead of driving women away, it actually began to attract them. And as I grew my beard longer, I've had more issues with women coming after me in public venues. Then the other day again, I was listening to Black Ram 313, and he was saying how women now accept men with beards. And now they are coming after men with beards. But before I had listened to that, I had tried various things like letting my beard go a little scruffy, which that only increased the frequency of me being scanned and read by women. I tried keeping it a little bit neat. Same thing. Nothing would deter them. But again, because of what I heard on Black Ram 313's vid, women have flipped the script. They now like what they formerly disliked. And again, it is because of their desperation. These three tactics, these three aforementioned tactics, are further proof of the effect of the MGTOW philosophy upon women, upon feminism, and upon women in general. They are desperate, and their desperation is palpable. So, my MGTOW brothers, stay safe, stay strong, stay on the MGTOW path, and remember, MGTOW is the liberation of men's minds. MGTOW cannot and will not be stopped.